But what I see now it ain't a joke for me when you start talking about this. This is the bad stuff. I think, from my own experience and from what I've seen, I think the further up you go up the bridge, the worse you get. That's what I see. Some people are happier, but who's happy? I submit to you that it's not them anymore. And I know people that are troubled to death. They've just finished OT8 and they have migraines. Migraines? A fucking clear doesn't have migraines. It's an OT8, for God's sakes. Migraines? Migraines is an engram that you can handle in... I mean, come on. How do they... And they're still fucking gung-ho and head OT ambassadors and all this shit and running around trying to do the job of the OT8s who are really the powerhouses. And so they believe that. And so they're happy because I'm fucking doing something to save the planet. And they're running around doing this stuff, but it's just like that theta trap. It's just one guy's stuck in a theta trap and he's unhappy, another guy's stuck in it and he's happy. Because he's convinced himself and he's just, I mean, it's awful. What's worse? I'd rather be depressed than that. Than oy, oy, oy. It's sad. I mean.
So what would you say to people who are still in?
Well, somebody's still in, you know, listen, you got to make your own move. But it's like this. This is, hopefully this will communicate. Like I said before, I used to smoke. I had my little son, and I never smoked in front of my son. But kids are smart. And he'd find a cigarette, and he'd be going like this. And he couldn't even walk. And I said, I got to fucking quit. You know, and I couldn't quit. I tried to quit a whole bunch of times. I found this thing called the easy way to stop smoking. It worked for me. Okay? And it was easy. It was very easy. It's part of the whole smoking thing, according to this thing that worked for me, is that it's not as bad as you think it is. Okay? And so for somebody who's in, it's as far gone as I say you are as you go up. It's the difference between waking up and being asleep is the difference between waking up and being asleep. And it's like sometimes when you're asleep, you can still hear the shit that's going around because you're only half asleep. You're not that fucking brainwashed. So I'm here to tell you, this is what I say. Wake up. And you can hear it. There was actually a little process that LRH ran. Some processes are good. Okay? And he used to run it, and he says sometimes you can actually cure somebody of insanity, which is what we're talking about. And the command is in tone 40, which means with any possibility of there being the communication not arriving and making the effect intended, is saying to the person, the insane person who's, you know, I'm talking about a fucking, you know, David Berkowitz, and here's the only command, come up to present time. Come up to present time. Because you're not there. And guess what? You are there. So, come on. Hello? Right now. There you are. There you are. That's what I say to that person. There you are. That guy. That guy. That guy right there. Not what you're thinking. Fuck what you're thinking. Hello. Right there. There it is. And it's a no-brainer. So it's not that hard. It's like, it really isn't. You know, me, I got out, I mean, it was a slow process, but I know that most of it, here's what I'll tell you something. This is what I fucking know. I realize. When you're doubting, you already know. You're just looking for a bunch, because you're stuck in a world of data. You're looking for data to make it so you can overweigh this data. And guess what? It's not about data. It's about you. I mean, which is exactly what Scientology says. This is because there's the irony. It's about you. It's not about any fucking data. There's nothing to figure out because you already know. You already know. Beside the fact that all these fucking claims, here's just a thing, if you have one little, just a little thing. All these claims, how about a little bit of fucking evidence? How about some fucking evidence? I'm not talking about prove to me there's God. I mean, it's just some pretty fucking sweeping things of like, well, you know, you have to take responsibility for, you know, salvaging beings. Like this whole Xenu thing is insane. You know what I mean? Do people believe it? Why? Because LRH said it. Just like I was talking about the psychs. There's no fucking evidence. It's just this just chatter about nothing. There's no fucking evidence. And they call it Scientology. Like it's got some fucking hypothesis and some fucking if-then and here's the proof and this is it and there it is. And the fucking thing. And that's the other thing that I realized that listening to all those fucking congresses. This motherfucker, listen, if you're doing some Scientology, some science, you know, you got to have a bunch of fucking people and you test the fucking thing. What did he do it on? 3 fucking of his friends? Wait, that's it. You're clear now. Okay, let's have a Congress. Because it worked. You changed the wording from come up to present time to come up to present time. And that's a Congress. And it worked on, you know, Joe. So, yeah, go try that. And they fucking had these audits. I mean, it's insane. I think he believed it some of the time. You know what I mean?